What's up, everyone? Welcome to this quick video. We're here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway qualifying for the 2025 fixed Indy 500. So do this little video here to get us going. You'll see once you load in, you only got 10 minutes to do your 4 laps. So we're going to go ahead and just do this real quick and we'll talk a little bit after. This is the fixed, so you don't have to worry about too much to change. Everything should be good to go. We'll talk real quick about some of the settings on your wheel. Or if you don't have the map to your wheel, you can also change them here under your in-car adjustments. We're going to want our front ARB and our rear ARB to be 6 and 1. Always mess that up. 6 for the front, 1 for the rear. You're pretty much always going to keep that at that. You want to make sure your fuel map is 1. And then weight checker, I'm going to keep it at 0 just because I think that's where it works best. If you find yourself getting kind of tight, you can put that up to a +2. I wouldn't go too much higher than 2 though, because what that does is it raises the back end of the car up and you're going to create some drag. So it is best to just try to not affect it too much if you don't have to, but if you find yourself so tight that it's costing you lap time, you can do that. So we're just going to make sure we get out of the line safely. Once you start the session, you only got 4 laps no matter what. If you wreck, you can't reset. You're going to have to wait till the next hour. So we're going to go ahead and get this revved up into 5th, make sure we have as much speed as possible. You're going to not be lifting, you're going to be going the entire time. This probably won't be my fastest lap because I'm going to be talking and stuff, but here we go. Once you get to about 19, so a little bit after the blue loops, you're going to shift at the traffic light, turn in. You want to get right down by the edge of that. So you're, again, full bore. You see that low gray strip that runs on the inside of every turn? You want to get about as close to that as possible below the white line without hitting it. And you want to give as little wheel as possible. So going into turn 1, we're going to turn in at the traffic light. As soon as we get to like the traffic light there, start turning in, line it up. You don't want to hit that curb. I maybe gave it a little bit too much wheel there. Again, and it caused me to miss 2 there, so just try to salvage it. If you do that and you got to give it too much wheel, you can drop back into 5th real quick and then go back up into 6th just to get the revs back up. And we're going to go back up against the wall at that gate. So you saw that like kind of rebar gate, or not rebar but metal gate. That's your turning point going into that turn. Again, traffic light, turn in, get it below the white line, not too much wheel. I had to give it a little too much, so I'm going to go down to the 5th. And then once I get on this straight, once it gets to about 11.9, we're going to go back up into 6th. If you hit it cleanly and you don't have to give it too much wheel, I would just stay in. There we go, there's that. And then at that railing, we're going to turn it in again. And you're really just carving off all 4 corners here. And you want to get as close to that rumble strip or that embankment as possible. Now, I messed up one of my laps here, but this isn't really my main run. But all 4 laps have to be clean. You have to, if you hit a wall or anything, that's going to negate the lap. You're going to have to wait till an hour and try again. Again, the sessions start every hour, but once you log in, you've only got the 10 minutes. So you can't, practice or anything like that. I'll tell you in a second how you can practice. And there you have it. It's going to take your best average of your 4 laps. And that's how it defines your qualifying time. Just do a little extra here just to get the groove down. And we'll stop it there. All right. So a few things to get to. If you want to practice, you can load in either a test session or the practice sessions. One thing I will say is to make sure when you do that, go into your garage and load the quali setup. By default, when you go into a practice session, you're going to be in the race setup. So It's a little bit different. So you want to make sure you're in the quality setup, or else any kind of, tests that you're doing aren't really going to be super relevant. So when you load into a quali, it's automatically going to be there. But if you want to do practice runs, your 4-lap practice runs, because you can't do them here, make sure you go to fixed setups, grab the loaded quali setup in your practice session, because it's also only going to give you enough fuel for like 4 laps. So you're not carrying around a bunch of extra fuel. So give you a better idea kind of what your 4-lap average is going to be. So this was my best lap here. You'll see we're getting down right on the edge there of that white line, turning in. I kind of missed that one. I've been missing 2 a lot. That's kind of where my obvious place to improve is. Coming down here again at the 1 marker. So there's the 1 board. That's kind of your sign to start kind of angling it in. You're going to want to just kind of shallow it in and put your tires right below the white there. Get as close to that curb as possible. As little as wheel as possible to come out as close to the wall. I could probably go a little bit closer, but I'm still kind of new at this, so I'm not quite risky to kind of put against the wall. But you'll see here's that barrier. That's your sign to kind of start turning in. And then run it as wide as possible, as you're comfortable with, to the line. And that's pretty much the lap. So here's what's a little bit different about qualifying for the Indy 500 in case you haven't seen it. It doesn't work when the splits all start in the different sessions that are going to be going. Instead of doing it based on iRating, it actually is going to pool. So all week there's qualifying sessions every hour, and it takes your best time of the entire week. So you can see our best time right now is a 39.864. That puts us 368 out of 641. So we're just kind of right about 50% there. You can see the fastest overall time of everybody is a 39.6 from Hamilton Akapawizi. I think he won last year in the Indy 500 broadcast, but or at least he won the NR one. But anyway, so you'll see, you can come in here at any time, look at your standings. Just click on this tab, go to qualifying results. Here's everybody's results along with their class info that you can see. So it shows me here at and at 368, and if I want to go to the various page and find kind of how close I am, but it's pretty crazy to see that just a little over 2.5 tenths separates top from 368. So that gives you an idea how you can just keep grinding at it. I honestly didn't even have this car till yesterday. I just bought it yesterday to do this, and I've probably done about 5 sessions, and I've been slowly improving. So I'm going to keep chipping away at it throughout the week and see if I can't, even if you can shave off two hundredths. If I can get 200ths of a second, I would move like another 10 spots up the list. That's how tightly packed everybody is. So keep refining those times and keep working on them. And then, like I said, so when the race starts, it's going to be a little bit different because you're going to get a wide mix of iRatings. It's not going to be everybody within the same group. It's going to be based on that qualifying time. So you could end up in a group with like 6K guys or 4Ks or 700s. It all really depends on your qualifying time. So get in there this week, do a bunch of sessions. You also got, like I said, you got the practice sessions that you can do. Again, just make sure you load in the qualifying setup, or if you want to do it privately, click on More Ways to Race, test drive. It's going to automatically pull in all of the information here, and then you can go in. Again, make sure you load in the quali fixed setup so you can get some practice runs in. But yeah, that should be everything you need to know. I'm going to attempt to run the 1 o'clock Eastern time race on Saturday. So if you please like and subscribe. If I get this new PC build that I'm underway, the reason I'm not on camera is because stuff's kind of tore up right now as I'm trying to get this new build done. If I have it done, I'm going to try to live stream it, or at least if I can get some test streams in to make sure it's going to work. If not, I'll just record it and it'll go up Saturday afternoon. But please like and subscribe. Let me know if you found this helpul or any other questions that I might have forgot. I feel like I had a whole bunch of things that I wanted to go over, and then I started talking and now I can't remember. So if there's any questions you have about anything else going on, feel free to leave in the comments. I appreciate you guys. And for everybody out there doing the race, good luck, and maybe I will see you on Saturday.